At the Celtics Talk Weekly.
Okay, let's try this again. Welcome into the live stream, everybody. I'm Justin Lowe, getting you guys set for the Boston Celtics and the Indiana Pacers. Boston hosting the Pacers on the Garden Parquet. Let's take a look at tonight's injury report. There we go. It happened this time. Robert Williams tore meniscus. He's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks. Nick Stauskas joining him on this injury report. Kind of a last-minute sort of ankle sprain that's going to keep him out of this one now. Hold your breath. TJ Warren, TJ McConnell, Ricky Rubio, Chris Duarte, Malcolm Brogdon, and Miles Turner all not going to give it a go. Some of those are long-term injuries. Ricky Rubio, Miles Turner, and TJ Warren, all three of those guys are out for the season. Just precautionary rest for Malcolm Brogdon. Let's take a look at tonight's key matchup. Since the All-Star break, Jaylen Brown and Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield, 18 points, 5 assists, and about nearly 5 rebounds. Jaylen Brown, 22.5 points, 5 rebounds on 3 assists in 15 games played. Tonight's starting lineup for the Boston Celtics: Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Daniel Tice being inserted into that starting lineup, and Al Horford make the front court. Tyrese Halliburton, Buddy Hield, Justin Anderson, O'Shea Brissett, and Goga, stick with me, Goga Bitardze. I had to practice that one. Goga Bitardze into the starting for Indiana Pacers. It's not going to let me do this one. Tonight's uniforms, City Edition for Boston for the Indiana Pacers. This one should be fun. This one should be, I don't know why my graphics were just lagging there, but this one should be fun. We'll have to kind of watch exactly how Boston manages the minutes. The Pacers, not really a playoff team. Boston trying to still stay with the whole, top 4 seed in the Eastern Conference, try to keep home court advantage. But we'll have to see. I mean, this one, you'd like to win this game, right? Especially with all these Indiana Pacers out. Indiana, they're not really playing for anything other than pride. But yeah, as Celtics, look, on your home court, you've lost 2 straight. Got to get back on track, especially before playoff time. And you want to see this club win as much as possible without Robert Williams in the starting lineup. We're getting set here for tip-off at center court. Bitardze will tip it up along with, it looks like, Al Horford will do the honor for Boston. The tip is up. We're underway. Marcus Smart gains control of it, and here we go. Boston and Indiana, their final matchup of the season. The Celtics lead the season series 2-1. And just a few months ago, Boston lost to Indiana in Indiana, ugly fashion by 21. It's Marcus Smart. The turnaround hook shot is good, and Boston starts off quickly with the 2-0 lead, not even 20 seconds into it. Now, the Indiana Pacers, Celtics are one of the hottest teams in the league. The Pacers are one of the coldest teams in the league. Not only did they get eliminated from playoff contention, but they've lost 5 straight. So again, as if Boston shouldn't win a game, they should really win this game. Here's Halliburton. Marcus Smart picked up a foul. Halliburton kicks it out. Brissett the drive. Brissett has had big games against Boston this season. Ball tapped around and taken out by Jaylen Brown. Ball swings around the perimeter. Tatum backing down Buddy Hield. That's a favorable matchup. Tatum dips his shoulder, puts it up, missed, taps it, no, gets it back, and Brissett picks it off. Yeah, I like that. Attack Buddy Hield. Brissett drives, Tice puts his hands up, and they call a foul. And I believe they're going to call are they going to call the foul on Horford? Yeah, look at that. Nice hesitation move by Brissett. Goes right into Tice. Tice had his arms up. But that's Daniel Tice for you. He'll get a foul call like anything. Two to two. Sorry, I just have to resend the link, repost the link to social media here because Tice faking it, putting it up, and scoring. Nice job by Daniel Tice. Brown to the basket, gets bumped and scores 2 off the glass. Boston up 6-2 early. I like the aggressiveness. Ball picked off by Tatum. Horford sprinting up the floor. Marcus Smart, a corner three is good. And Boston with a quick 9-2 start, not even 2 minutes into the game. A very quick 9-2 start. Three-pointer miss, rebound taken by Tice into the hands of Horford. Horford will take it upon himself. Pacers are 0 for 5 to start the game. Back down low, Tatum, fall-away shot overhealed, bounces home, and the Celtics open up a 9-point lead, and that's going to get a timeout by Rick Carlisle and his coaching staff. The Pacers trail the Celtics 11-2. Early timeout. Good thing that's a timeout, because if you're just joining us, my last stream that I started minutes ago lagged out. Something happened to it. So this gives me a second to kind of regroup and share the reshare the link. Oh, the Celtics. All right, this should be good. This should be good. It's such a hassle. That's never happened to me before either. The whole live stream lagging. If you're just tuning in, welcome. I'm Justin Lowe, covering you guys for live play-by-play. Celtics and Pacers. Celtics have hopped out to an early 11-2 9-point lead, which forced Rick Carlisle and the Indiana Pacers to take a timeout. Kind of similar to a timeout a few nights ago that Ime Udoka took. So we'll see. I mean, Marcus Smart, a quick 5 points. Tice, quick 3 rebounds. Daniel Tice, last second being inserted into tonight's starting lineups. Daniel Tice, in his second stint with Boston, the first stint he was in from 2017 to about last season, actually, at the deadline, he spent with the Boston Celtics, really worked his way up from about a third string center all the way up to a starter. I've always liked Daniel Tice. And when they reacquired him, at the deadline, I thought it was a great move. I mean, Dennis Schroeder, some people say, okay, you could have gotten more value for Dennis Schroeder. Well, if there was more value, Brad Stevens would have went out and got it. I think Tice is a perfect fit. With all due respect to Enes Freedom and Bruno Fernando, I'd much rather have Daniel Tice on my roster than those guys. He's giving you great production. Bitardze to the hoop. High off the backboard. Shot clock was winding down. Had to put that one up. And he converted it. Wild pass from Smart to Tatum goes into about the second row. And Indiana will get the ball back. Not ideal coming out of the timeout for the Celtics. A score and then a turnover. Halliburton, floater, right hand for 2. And a quick 4-0 run by the Pacers right out of the timeout. Smart directing traffic. Another bad pass, this time picked off by Buddy Hield. Hield running the floor, kicking a cross-court pass. Halliburton spot up three is good. And all of a sudden, it's a 2-point game. 11-9. Ooh, I got to update this. That's my fault. Sometimes this updates on its own and sometimes it doesn't. And Marcus Smart, yeah, a third straight turnover. And wow, Brissett scores and it's all tied up at 11. A quick 9-0 run, 3 straight turnovers by Marcus Smart. Smart and Brown having a couple words for each other. And I think it's just miscommunication, nothing to be concerned about. Hield, ooh, thought about that 3. Boston has 4 quick turnovers, all off the timeout. And Indiana Pacers, their bench is up and going. A 9-0 run out of that timeout. Here's Brissett. No. Rebound, Horford. Horford trying to push the pace. Brown thought about the 3 instead. Drives, lost it, got the ball back. Brings it back out, has Hield. That's your key matchup tonight. Smart drives, kicks it out. Horford spot up 3. It's nothing but swish. And the Celtics retake the lead. Yeah, that's been the problem with the Celtics during this little 2-game losing streak they've had. Is their turnovers. The turnovers are them. Brissett spot corner trying to match it. He missed. Rebound yet again by Tice. I think that's Tice's 4th or 5th rebound already. Brown kicks it out. Tice takes it. Top of the key. 3. Rims out. Rebound by Brissett. Here's Brown. Bad pass picked off by Brissett, and then Brown the foul. Boston is utterly careless with the basketball here to start this ball game. I mean, it looked like they were going to run away with this one early. And then the way they've come out of this timeout, and the thing, it was a Pacers timeout. It's not even like the Celtics needed to talk things over. It was the Pacers. Boston remains by 3. Wow, they call a late foul on Marcus Smart, and that's going to be his 2nd. Horford says, no way, I had the ball. Oh, they're going to call it on Horford. Okay. That was a late whistle as well. So that's Taylor in the game. So Anderson was a late scratch on the starting lineup, and it's Terry Taylor. So that's good to know. That was a late scratch. And Horford was Tice was a late scratch as well. Tice was inserted late as well. That's interesting. So 14-13 after the 2 made free throws for the Pacers. And the Celtics lead by 1. 6.5 to go here in the first quarter. Tatum receives a double screen, goes left, kicks it, corner, Brown 3, got bumped, and he scored. No foul. Oh my gosh, he got knocked to the ground. And Boston back up 2 possessions. Smart. Celtics are 7 of 10. Ooh, Smart got killed on a screen. And Halliburton pulls up and drills the 3. As crappy as the Celtics have been turning the ball over, they're making their shots. They're 7 of 10 to start the game as White and Grant Williams both off the bench. Going to the scorer's table. Tatum draws the double team. Kicks it. Horford goes to work on Terry. And the right-hand hook is good. Al Horford for 2. The 35-year-old from Florida State. Tarze thought about the 3. Instead, kicks it to Hield. Hield pass picked off by Tatum. Tatum on the break and is fouled. Tatum, nice pass to Horford. Horford backs his way down, using his body to his advantage. Too much for Terry Taylor. So with that whistle, Tice and Tatum are going to take a seat, and Derek White and Grant Williams are both going to check into the ball game. Take a look at Rick Carlisle, 20th season as an NBA head coach with Dallas, Indiana a couple times. Detroit actually won Coach of the Year with Detroit in 2002. Got to look at my notes. Yep, 2002. Brown step back three. No offensive rebound by Horford. Horford back to Brown. Brown to the basket. High off the glass. No good. Rebound by Brissett. I don't know if that anybody had a piece of the ball. Anderson checks into the game as well. And Isaiah Jackson as well for the Indiana Pacers. Halliburton fall-away shot over Grant Williams in the paint is good. And Tyrese Halliburton have a start. Now, Tyrese traded at the trade deadline, February 8th. He was in that blockbuster trade with the Sacramento Kings. Smart leaves it for Horford on the cutting for two. Part of that trade, that blockbuster trade that sent a bonus, Jeremy Lamb, Justin Holiday, all three of those guys to Sacramento, Buddy Hield, and Tyrese Halliburton to Indiana. I mean, that was a trade where Halliburton was like their Tatum in the sense of that's who they wanted to build around. They really thought they had the guy. Halliburton wanted to be there. Whoever wants to be in Sacramento, they haven't been in the playoffs in 16 years, the longest playoff in NBA history. Brown on the drive and scores. So that came to a bit of a surprise, not only to the fans, but to Halliburton as well, personally, is Justin Anderson knocks down the corner three. Fast-paced game here, 23-21, Boston by 2 with still 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Here's White, gets a screen from Horford. Horford rolls outside Grant, puts the ball on the floor, back to Smart, and is turned over. Oh, nice save by Grant Williams, who almost lost the ball outside. Brown driving in off the glass for two, and this guy's getting beat up, and they're not calling one call. I think Brown's going to get a tech this game. He's he seems very calm right now, but the way this guy's getting tossed around, getting bumped, the officials are swallowing their whistle. I do like that, though. I like some physicality. Brown, quick start, 4 of 6, 9 points. Here's Halliburton surveying the floor, little hook shot in the paint, wild with it, rebound by Grant Williams. And here comes Jaylen Brown in transition. One of the better players in transition, up and under for 2 off the glass, and the foul. And a little Euro step celebration. Yeah, Jaylen Brown, one of the best to do it in transition in the NBA. Feels like an automatic bucket. Nice little Euro step hesitation move in the up and under scoop for 2. And he puts Boston up 6 as we get a timeout with 3:10 remaining. Boston 27, Indiana 21. Scoreboard next to me is a little bit behind, but I try to update it as quick as possible. Oh, what is going on? Friday. It's Friday. Friday is here. Follow us on social media at Celtics Talk Weekly on Instagrams, at Celtics_Weekly on Twitter, Celtics Talk Weekly on TikTok, and obviously subscribe here to our YouTube channel on BSML Celtics. We are also live on the Boston Sports Media Live YouTube channel, our main channel. Go subscribe to that as well if you aren't already. This should be a fun one. This should be fun. Boston got off to that quick 9-point lead, then four straight turnovers brought Indiana back into this game, actually tied the game. So Boston now back up by 6. I love how ultra aggressive Jaylen Brown is being. He's not settling for these 3-point shots or these fall-away shots. He's getting right down to the basket, and that's what you got to be. Celtics are at their best. I feel like when they're driving to the basket. So successful. Pacers playing with. Yeah, Pacers are a nice, young, gritty team. I love Tyrese Halliburton. We were just talking about him just a few minutes ago. One of the brighter young players in this league. Actually, I have it in my notes here. He was on the all-rookie first team last season, and he was the 12th pick in last year's draft by the Sacramento Kings. So this guy was thought so highly upon in Sacramento, so valued, and they were so quick to, I don't know, give up on him. I mean, they didn't even get to rebuild with him. I mean, they were talking about how he was kind of the centerpiece of what they wanted to do. Halliburton also had that type of interpretation, and all of a sudden at the trade deadline, he's gone in a blockbuster trade that neither team is going to make the playoffs this year. But Sacramento, I feel like that trade wasn't right for them. Obviously they got Sabonis, who was a great addition, but I just don't think he fits into exactly what they're doing. Is he necessarily gonna win with them? I think Indiana has a very, very bright future. Out of the timeout, here's Buddy Hield. 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Hield to Jackson, hands it back to Hield. Hield goes to work on Brown, crosses over, 3 at the top of the key, front rims, rebound by Daniel Tice. Daniel Tice checks back into the game, by the way. Smart up ahead to Brown. Brown, the finish for 2 off the glass. Nice move by JB. Boston by 9, matches their largest lead of the game as Jackson for 2, flushing it down. Boston's going to get back on defense. Isaiah Jackson. Here's White, put the ball on the floor, putting it up, and is fouled. And he would get 2 at the line. Nice catch. Nice gather by Jaylen Brown. Smart threw that pass from about half court. Good court vision by Marcus Smart. White, first free throw is good. Boston has 31 points as Tatum checks back in. Lance Stevenson checks in as well. And he is the story of the Indiana Pacers. Let me tell you, 2010 second-round draft pick by the Indiana Pacers. This is Stevenson's third stint on the Pacers. Spent the years 2010 to 2014 on the Indiana Pacers. Then bobbled around the league for a little bit. Bobbled out of the league. Played in China. And then he came back in 2017, 2018. Then he left again. And then 2 10-day contracts. And he finally signed with the Indiana Pacers here for the rest of the regular season. So what a story. Tatum behind the back pass. Smart gathers it. Smart behind the back pass to Tatum. Tatum turnaround 3. No. Offensive rebound by Grant Williams. Grant steps back and into the hands of Smart with 10 on the shot clock. Smart says, let's slow this down. Crossover move, throws it up for Tice. Tice catches, fakes it, kicks it out. 3 on the shot clock. Grant Williams a 3. No rebound by Lance Stevenson. Wild sequence there for Boston. Stevenson drives, kicks it out. 3-pointer in the corner is good by Dwayne Washington Jr. Washington Jr., his uncle is Derek Fisher. So that's interesting. I did not know about that. He actually went to play for Derek Fisher's high school team and went to Derek Fisher's basketball camp in high school, and some scouts saw him play, and unbelievable. Oh, White throwing it up for Tice for 2. It was actually tipped by Jackson, but Tice was able to control it. Very Time Lord-like. Here's Stevenson. Pull-up shot on the elbow is good. That's Stevenson's bread and butter. It's a 6-point game. Smart, they leave Smart wide open for 3. He front rims it, rebound out to Washington Jr., and they call a travel before Smart poked it loose. I think Washington Jr. saw Smart standing there and panicked. As he take another look at White, throwing it up to Daniel Tice, who flushes it home. Tice, such a phenomenal addition to this team. talking about it earlier. Here's Grant to Tatum to White. White fakes it, drives in, kicks it out. Smart, wide open corner. 3 is good. Nothing but swish. Marcus Smart puts Boston back up by 9. Boston has 12 first quarter assists to Indiana's 5. And a very good offensive quarter here for Boston. Talked about their turnovers a little bit, but they've been able to control it since then. Stevenson about 30 feet out, checks the shot clock. 5. Smith goes in. No, Wild off the glass. Didn't hit. It did not hit the shot clock, and it goes out of bounds off Daniel Tice. So with 1 second left, the Pacers will have to get a good look here. 11.3 left on the game clock. So bearing an offensive rebound, the Celtics should get the ball back. Oh, Anderson threw it off White's back, went for the fall away and missed it. And here comes Tatum with 5 seconds left. Tatum is fouled by Washington Jr. So Washington Jr. was a 4-star recruit with offers from UCLA, Butler, and Michigan. He ended up going to Ohio State. And for a 4-star recruit who had all those college offers, and he ended up going to Ohio State, he actually went undrafted in last year's draft, which you don't see that too crazy often, where these 4 to 5-star recruits getting offers from all these different types of schools, these big name schools, these big name basketball programs, and then go undrafted. But he's worked his way into this league, and he's a pretty good fit here in Indiana. Here's Tatum. Follow-away shot to beat the buzzer. No good. Rebound to Jackson, and that is how we end the first quarter of play. The Celtics are running away with it here in the first quarter. They had a 9-point lead. That vanished, but they re-avenged the 9-point lead, and they lead 37-28 after the first quarter. All right. If you don't know, I'm also the graphic designer. So if it looks like I'm focusing, it's because I'm focusing. Got to make the graphics for Celtics Talk Weekly. Uh-oh. Quarter graphics. How's everybody's Friday doing? Celtics in action at the Garden on a Friday. Looking good so far. Halliburton took a seat on the bench, and that's when Boston kind of reopened this lead. I like the uniform matchup tonight. If you're just joining us and you don't know what the uniform is, it's Boston's Green City Edition uniforms with the gray on the sides, and it's Indiana's gold statement jerseys. I think that's a sweet uniform matchup. End of first, Boston had, 38, right? No, 37. Good thing I have razor-sharp memories. And the Indiana Pacers had 28. Sweet! All right, ready for the little airdrop? I don't know if airdropping is like, does it lower the quality of the photo? Does anybody know of that? All right, Pacers. Let's read the chat. Let's go, Justin. What's up, Rodrigo? Pacers playing with us hard so far. They are, David. Good, tough. Like I said earlier, good, tough team. Who wins in a fight, Grant or Ime? Oh, if you don't know the backstory to that question, this morning at shoot around, Ime and Grant played a little April Fool's prank on the Celtics and the coaching staff, and they actually fought. They actually had a huge argument. And Ime was a little surprised because none of the players and the coaches were breaking them up. And a couple players, Ime said a couple players said, honestly, we wanted to see Grant get beat up. So there's a backstory to that. Here's Jackson on the drive, and he scores 2. Or excuse me, here's Anderson on the drive, and he scores 2. So yeah, that's that. Who's more of a GOAT, Grant or Peyton Pritchard? It depends. Grant, and Grant's always going to be the GOAT. But I think it depends. Like if we're playing the Miami Heat, Peyton Pritchard's always the GOAT, except for last night. All right, here's Tice. Kicks it to White. White drives. Shot over Lance is no good. Rebound taken by Smith. And here comes Lance back to Smith. Smith, bullies his way to the basket. Oh, my goodness. Granted, it was Derek White in front of him, and the size difference on that is dramatic. Tice to Tatum. Tatum, no hesitation. 3 on the wing, no good. Rebound taken by Lance Stephenson, picked off by Pritchard. Here's White. Tatum faking it, taking it, and is fouled. And the foul is going to be on Jalen Smith. Jalen Smith, 22-year-old out of Maryland, who was also traded at the deadline. He came from the Phoenix Suns, drafted by Phoenix last year. Now, with the Suns kind of in a win now type mode, obviously they have DeAndre Ayton. Then they went out and they got they also got JaVale McGee in free agency. So that's a big pickup for them. They're going with the more experienced type look. So I think Smith actually was on the Celtics radar at the trade deadline. And there were talks about him coming to Boston. But we have the Time Lord. Anderson thought about the 3, instead crosses over, steps back over Grant Williams, 5 on the shot clock, missed, rebound, taken down by Tatum. Celtics up 6, 39-33, under 11 minutes to play here. Pritchard thought about the 3, instead passes it up to White. 15 on the shot clock to work with. White throwing it up to Tatum. It's picked off by Washington Jr. Washington running up the court, spots up. 3 is no good. Rebound tapped around. And here comes Derek White at the bottom of the screen. White leaves it for Pritchard. Pritchard stops in his tracks. Has Smith on the mismatch. Steps back. White, top of the key. Drives, kicks. Pritchard fakes it. Steps, takes it. No. He was doing all types of footwork there. And down comes Lance Stephenson. Lance to Anderson. Catch and shoot 3. No good. Rebound by Grant Williams. Both teams coming out freezing cold here in the second. Boston already has 18 rebounds. Tatum, the follow-away shot over Anderson. No good. Rebounded by Stevenson. Oh, boy. Thought Anderson was going to pull it again. Feels like he's been shooting all night. Uh-oh. Batard's day for 3. Missed. Rebound taken by Tatum. Here comes Pritchard racing up the court. Stops at the free throw line. Front rims it. And the ball is tapped out of bounds. Going to stay Boston's ball. Water break. With my Patriots water, even though the AFC East is getting drastically better. And the Patriots are not doing so hot right now. Tatum, the 3 off the inbounds. Puts Boston back up 9. That matches their largest lead. They've been up 9 2 other times tonight. And Indiana's quickly vanished that. Washington gets rejected by Tice. Pritchard, Tatum. Foul. Ooh. Look at this. Washington putting his shoulder down. Bumps Pritchard. Tice says, no way. Not happening. Get that out. And then Tatum on the drive got whacked down low by Washington Jr. And he'll get to it the line. A chance for Boston to go up double digits. First one is good. And some substitutions, checking in. O'Shea Brissett checking back in for the Pacers. And Justin Anderson will take a seat. O'Shea Brissett, another undrafted player in the 2019 draft, went undrafted. Second one missed by Tatum, but Boston has a 10-point lead, 43-33, with 8:45 to go here in the first half. Brissett, top of the key, kicks it Washington Jr. Now, Lance, and they get Grant Williams on the foul as Tice helps him up. I did not see that. All right, here's Lance. 12 on the shot clock. Oh, but Tarste wide open down low. I don't know what happened there. Defensive miscommunication. Jaylen Brown and Al Horford making their way to the scorer's table. Here's White. White driving off the glass. No, but he'll get himself to the free throw line. So, little fact check on Batartse. His father actually played pro, and his career was cut short by injuries. Similar to a lot of pros right now and their fathers back in the day. A lot more physical back then. His father played overseas. Overseas is drastically more physical than the NBA, and it's always been like that. You see that a lot in the Olympics too, when Team USA plays, and if they get bumped, they're looking for the foul. There's some contact in overseas and in the Olympics that some NBA players might not be used to. It might not be legal in the NBA. But Tarste also in the 2019 draft, there's actually a picture, you can look it up online, of him sitting. They had a media day for the NBA draft, and they got to look at the media would go in just like any other media day and interview the players. And Batarse was sitting there all alone, and right next to his media table, who would you think it was? As Smith spots up for three, it misses in offensive rebound about a heel. Who do you think it was? It was Zion Williamson, the number one pick, the number one prospect. I mean, this guy was looked at from high school before he even got to Duke, as that's a deep, long three made by Tyrese Halliburton. He's piping hot, and the lead is cut down to 7. And speaking of Bartaz, he goes to the bench, and Smith checks back in. But anyway, he was sitting next to Zion Williamson, and not one reporter was at Batarse. And you kind of figure, okay, obviously, Zion's I think going into the draft, he was the most followed on social media of any, in NBA history of any player entering the league. He had the most Instagram followers. It's something like ESPN keeps, some stupid stat. But Batarse will always remember that day. He was 18th in that draft, and he just will always remember that day that, hey, nobody paid attention to me. Nobody kind of valued me, which I think is kind of a cool, it's a really cool motivation. There's also a thing with Isaiah Thomas, Celtics Isaiah Thomas, where there's a picture of him, and on his draft night, he was in the media room, and only one small reporter, not even a known reporter, actually was asking him questions. He was the only reporter that night asking him questions, and Isaiah used that as motivation. So that's a cool little motivational story. Not only am I trying to follow in my dad's footsteps, my dad didn't get to fulfill his, pro dreams as much as he might have wanted to because he was injured. And then I was severely underlooked in the draft, and so while I was rambling on about Batar's Day, he actually went to the locker room. He was holding his his right knee. As Brown spots up for three, he's wide open, and he hits, and the lead goes back up to 10 for Boston. So I just thought that was a cool story. Oh, my goodness. Tyrese Halliburton just stepped back and drained a three. Brown crosses over, goes to the hoop. No, Horford there to follow, and the foul. Counting. 3-point play coming for Al Horford. Al Horford, obviously, on those two Eastern Conference Finals teams back in 2016 and 2018 for the Boston Celtics. That gets us to a timeout. Boston up 9, 50-41. What's everybody doing for Friday night besides watching the Celts? Tune in to Celtics. I just want to remind you guys, Celtics post-game live moments after the final buzzer. Give us a few minutes for us to reset the stream, get the graphics ready, and get the stream all set up. And then we will be giving you guys some post-game live coverage. Hopefully, we're covering a Celtics win because they haven't been all too successful in their past two games. This will be the first time since the week of December 25th and December 29th that the Celtics have lost 3 or more games in a row. This will be the first time since that. So we're hoping that we keep that streak going of not losing 3 or more games. I will be taking a short break at halftime, 10-15 minute break, and I will be back for the second half. So get your dinner set or your snacks or whatever you're doing. Do it at halftime so we can get back here and cover the second half because this one should be a fun one. How do we feel about Robert Williams' accelerated return timeline? Good question, Kyle. So there were a few options. There was one where it was like a 2 to 6 week rehab, no surgery. That obviously was off the table. You got to get that fixed. That's way too dangerous. There was another one, a 4 to 6 week, surgery. And then there was another one keeping him out longer. Well, when the doctors went in, apparently they did what they needed to do. The tear wasn't as severe as it seemed. Said 4 to 6 week recovery. Now they're saying that it is still 4 to 6 week, but if it heals well, it could be he could return before then. I say I would love to get him back on the court as soon as he possibly can in terms of if he is healthy enough to. But in the long run, people have to understand, we have Robert Williams locked up on a very team-friendly deal, I remind you, for the next 4 years. We have Tatum and Brown and Marcus Smart just recently, Derek White for 3 more years. This team or this core is locked in. So we're not going to see any drastic changes, hopefully, next season. We might see a few rotational guys come in and out, but Jurassic changes, the Celtics have a chance to run it back next year and maybe even the year after that. So let's play it safe. And, if it takes him till the second round to recover, then it takes him to the second round. But I want the Celtics to be careful because Robert Williams is only 24 years old as Tyrese Halliburton drives off the timeout. He's only 24 years old. He's going to be only 27, 28 when his contract is up. So, why wait? Why rush it, I should say. As Horford down low, puts it up wild with it, rebound taken by Buddy Hield. So that's kind of my take on Robert Williams. Kind of play it safe. I'd love for him to return as soon as possible, but only if he's healthy enough to return. Meniscus tear is one of those kind of, how do I put it? You can play on a partially torn meniscus It's not like it used to be. Like medicine and surgery, as Pritchard hits a 3. Medicine and surgery is nothing of what it used to be. I remember meniscus tears used to be months, and sometimes, depending on how bad, out for the season. But doctors say that, this one wasn't as bad as they thought it was. They actually, it was a very successful surgery. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm sick of, trust me, I don't want to see any players down. I especially don't want to see any players down at playoff time, especially when you see the run that the Celtics are going on. 26 of their last 30 games they've won, or 27 of their last 33, whatever that is. Unbelievable. Unreal. So, yeah. Here's Hield. Gets it to Halliburton. Halliburton has 18 points here in the first half. Hield kicks it. Corner. Taylor spins, scores 2. Terry Taylor for 2. Austin Taylor is undrafted. Yeah, they got a lot of these guys. Tatum gets tangled up with Isaiah Jackson. I think, and also it's like, how far can Jason Tatum take this team? I mean, we've seen the lowest of lows for Tatum, and then over the past, couple months, really post All-Star break, we've seen a totally different breed of Tatum. I'm even talking different type of breed than we saw, the 60 against Minnesota and the 50 in the play-in tournament and the 53 against in the playoffs against the Nets. Just total different breed. And his game can only excel. We see his slumps. We see good players go through slumps. But his game always finds a way to just take it to a whole other level. Here's Halliburton on the drive. But Tarste actually checks back in, so good to see him back out there. Right on cue, he gets the tip in. Watched him go to the locker room early in the second quarter. Tatum steps back on Batarste, and he missed. Offensive rebound into the hands of Pritchard. Brown dribbles into traffic and dribbles it back out with 10 seconds left to go here on the shot clock. Brown crosses over to the basket for 2. Oh, yeah. Brown can get to the basket with such ease. He makes it look so easy. Taylor a 3, no. Ooh, that was Brissett, excuse me. These guys have the same hairstyle. Horford drives baseline, kicks it out. It's picked off. Brissett to Halliburton. Halliburton drives on Pritchard, puts it up in the lane, and of course it goes in. As we see, Brown and Taylor going at it. Little couple shoves, nothing major. Halliburton 8 of 9, 20 points in this first half. Brown has Batarste, kicks it. Smart, faking the 3. Driving, kicks it out. Brown kicks it to Pritchard in the corner. It's nearly picked off by Halliburton. Ball goes out of bounds. 3.4 in the shot clock for the Celtics to work with. Yeah, check out this move. Whoosh! To the basket and scoring 2. Blew right past Batarste. Brown, one on the shot clock, driving, gets it. Oh, rejected by Batarste, and that is a shot clock violation. Goga. That's his first name, Goga. Cool name. Halliburton. And Coach Rick Carlisle does not like how that play was set up. So with 3:10 left to go here in the first half, he will take a timeout. Celtics up 7, 58-51. Rick Carlisle, 21 years in the league. He spent time as an assistant coach with the Nets, the Trailblazers, and the Indiana Pacers. Pacers, late 90s, 97 to 2000. And then he spent time with Brooklyn, or at the time New Jersey, Spent time with Dallas, obviously won that 2011 championship in Dallas. And then he's been with the Pacers 3 times. I think I mentioned that earlier in the stream. Been with the Pacers 3 times, twice as a head coach from 03 to 07. And then obviously now 21, 22. And then his very first time assistant. He won a championship with the Boston Celtics. Part of that 86 Celtics team. He had hair. That's when he had hair. I hope he's not going to listen. Yeah, he did coach during massive. Hopefully he's not listening, but he had hair back then. Imagine the one, if he ever listened to this is what he listened to right here. He's a good shooter too. I mean, from highlights and stat sheets that I've seen, but good shooter. Rick Carlisle. That's kind of like, it's kind of interesting. It's like Lance Stevenson. He's had 3 stints at the Pacers too. I don't know what it is with the Indiana Pacers. Just all right, we're moving on from you. Okay, we'll take you back. Oh no, it's like what did Kyrie say? It's like the ex-girlfriend that you can't get over. Like I said, I'll be taking a halftime break. Eat something delicious and nutritious. And yeah. They're showing when Pierce hit the shot over Harrington. Harrington talking to Pierce. What is it? Joe DeRozan telling him to shut up. Pierce. Got it. I don't have volume. I can remember that word for word. Do you know how many times I've seen that? Ooh, Halliburton loses it. That's a backcourt. It is. Okay, they call it. Ooh, Halliburton threw it at the backboard. How's that not a technical foul? He threw it at the backboard from half court in frustration. I don't understand the new technical foul calls. Like, players and coaches can be screaming and cussing at the officials, and they'll like tell them, like, calm down and try to talk to them. But the second somebody goes like that to them, like that, or throws their arms as a technical foul, like that's so soft. I don't understand that. Tatum to Tice for 2. I love Tice. Tice, baby. Yeah. I already read that. All right, here's Halliburton. Healed. 6 in the shot clock. Hield gets it back, steps back. 3 in the corner, nothing but swish. Yeah, nice play design off that timeout for Buddy Hield. You can see him trying to get open well before the shot clock hit 5. Just got freed up last second. Brown down low. Tice again for 2. My voice just cracked. That was weird. Celtics have 17 first half assists. Batarsday kicking it out. A 3 by Brissett. Oh, no. We've seen this before. O'Shea Brissett loves playing the Celtics. He's one of those you call Celtic killers. 62-57, Boston by 5 and the ball. Here's Brown going at Batarsday and drawing the foul. Final score prediction. See, right now, it's a very high-scoring game, but that doesn't mean it's going to be high-scoring in the second half. If I had to say. All right, I'll go 122 to 109 Celtics. 122 to 109. Wait, that means Boston's only going to score what? 60 more points. Oh my God, is that right? Is that right? Don't hate. Don't. Is that right? I'm going to check. Because if that's wrong, I'll be very embarrassed. As Halliburton drives and gets fouled. So, is it going to be more embarrassing if I look it up? Who cares? 120. I was right. Ooh, Smart got all ball. No green light special. I guess close game. Wait till later. But yeah, Smart got all ball. What's up with that? NBA officials have been horrendous. And I even said this when in games where the Celtics have won. The Halliburton goes 2 of 2. I get Austin Rivers got ejected the other night for apparently faking an elbow to Lance Stevenson. Even Lance Stevenson kind of was like, you know what? All right, here's Tatum. Tatum drives high off the glass. No, rebound. Tice putting the ball on the floor, gets it taken away. Here comes Halliburton. Pacers have numbers. Halliburton. Oh, rejected by Brown. Oh, they call a foul. Terry Taylor went up for the dunk, and Brown thought he blocked it. Yeah, look at this. Halliburton in transition. Taylor going up strong. And Brown clipped him. Yeah, all arm. First one is good. So each team now is 60-plus points here in the first half. Second one's good. Boston by 3, 64 to 61. Sorry. Ice. Ooh. Pass. Smart couldn't handle the pass. Smart backs down and draws the foul. Smart's John at somebody. Who's he John at? Is he John at the official? There's been some questionable calls on both ends. I hate to keep John at the officials, especially when we're winning, but stuff, that's some fishy stuff. Smart hits the first, 65-61. Second one is good. Under a minute to play here in the first half. Boston has a 5-point lead, 66-61. Here's Halliburton driving, kicking it. Taylor, 3, corner, way off, airballed it. Brown up ahead to Tatum. Tatum Euro stepping the slamma-jamma for 2. Puts Boston up 7. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock for the Pacers. Rick Carlisle telling them to slow it down. Here goes Hield. Hield step back and an offensive foul. Yes. Oh, wow. Push Smart with the forearm. I didn't see that. Take a look at Brown throwing it up in transition for Tatum. Tatum, nice Euro step. Collects himself and scores 2. Makes it look very easy. And with 13 and a half seconds left, the Celtics should get a good look here. Tatum gets a screen from Tice, goes right. Brown, corner 3 is no good. Ball tapped out. Tatum takes it. 2-pointer. No good. And that is how we end the first half. Celtics own a 7-point lead, 68-61. Smart is down. Slow to get up. I don't know if he got kneed, but that's how we end the first half of play. Celtics up 7. I'm going to take a little bit of a halftime break. Be back here in about 10-15 minutes. And Smart really limping to the locker room. And yeah, we'll be back here for the second half. Welcome back into the second half where the Boston Celtics hold a 7-point lead over the Indiana Pacers. I'm Justin Lowe, getting you guys set for the second half between the Boston Celtics and the Indiana Pacers. Should be a fun one down the stretch. Every time Boston's kind of stretches out to an 8, 9, 10-point lead, Indiana's always had some kind of answer. The Boston Celtics shooting over 50%, 51% from the field, 27 rebounds, along with 7 bench points for the Celtics. Just really quick, let me check. 68 to 61, rather, instead of 58 to 51. Jaylen Brown leading the way for the Celtics with 21 points. Tyrese Halliburton leading the way for the Indiana Pacers with 22 points. Here we go, start of the second half. Here's Halliburton, 7 seconds on the shot clock, kicks it to Hield. Hield, three-pointer over Tatum, no good. Rebound to Daniel Theis, quickly handing it off to Brown. Brown circles the ball back around. Marcus Smart is in the game, which if you aren't watching or listening to the game, he went off the court limping in that first half. Theis kicks it out to Tatum, kicks it, Horford, corner 3, and there's a foul. Fell before the shot. Daniel Theis rubbing his knee. Looks to be in a little bit of pain. So it's Smart, Brown, Tatum, Theis, and Horford for the Boston Celtics. And it's Hield, Taylor, Brissett, Halliburton, and Batarze for the Indiana Pacers. Tatum Euro step into the lane and scoring 2. Tatum has 14 points now. Halliburton on the screen for Batarze scores 2. No, they're going to call an offensive goaltending. So don't score the basket. Do not. Whatever you do, do not score the basket. Yeah, clearly. Ball was on the rim. Can't touch it when it's on the rim. Here's Tatum. Gets a screen from Theis. Tatum lost his dribble. Gets it back. Down low. Daniel Theis rejected by Batarze. Here's Brissett to the basket, and Horford gets whistled for the foul. Yeah, look at this. Daniel passed by Tatum. Theis going up with it, but not in my house. Not happening. Nice play. He's 7 foot out of Georgia. Celtics up 9. Celtics up 8 now. Second free throw is good. Boston by 7, 70-63 with 10.5 to go here in the third quarter. Brown to the basket. Oh, rejected again by Batarze. And they're going to call a foul. Interesting. So they're going to call a foul, but no goaltend. That looked like it was coming down. Take another look. Brown turned the corner quick. Yeah, Hield clearly got him on the arm. Ooh. Did that ball hit the backboard before? Ooh, the refs might have missed a little something. Brown first free throw, good. Yeah, the thing with the Celtics is they're going to hit their free throws as well. They've missed some key free throws in the Miami game as well as the Toronto game. They've done it all season long, even when they were struggling earlier in the year. And Brown, right on cue, hits both. Puts Boston back up by 9, 72-63. Halliburton, a pull-up 3. He's done it all night long, and that one rattles home. You're not supposed to get those bounces on the road, but Halliburton got it that time. Boy, that kid is special. He's got a set jump shot, though. He's worked on it a lot. He's 5 of 5 from 3, 25 points. Tyrese Halliburton is from the floor. Here's Tyrese looking to go back to work. Kicks it. Brissett faking the 3. Going at Smart. Dipped his shoulder down, and Smart drew the offensive foul. Nice play. Yeah, that is. Good call by the official. Lead right into Smart, and Smart went down. And Smart draws the foul on the other end of the floor. Look at this, Halliburton. That is deep. Little smirk at the end of it. He's 9 of 10 from the floor, 5 of 5 from 3. Tatum going to work. Euro step to the basket, missed. Here comes Hield in transition. Hield stops. Brissett. Euro step to the basket. No, rejected by Horford. Up ahead, Tatum. Tatum, Brown. To the basket for 2. Brown saying, I got hit on the arm. Yeah, JB sound like a broken record, but he's been getting to the hoop all night long. 25 points, but Tarsday to the basket, and Tice gets whistled for the foul. Tice says, my arms are straight up. The ref says, yeah, but you're Daniel Tice. Got to call that. Oh, Jaylen Brown did get whacked on the arm that time. So 2 free throws coming up for Goga Batarsday. Talking earlier about Goga in the first half. His dad played pro. Career cut short by injuries. Goga goes into the draft, picked 10th. Or, excuse me, picked 18th by the Indiana Pacers. And then saw that, nobody was on his side of the media. Everybody was focused on Zion. He used that as motivation to help land himself a long-term contract with the Indiana Pacers. Tatum gets a screen from Smart. Has Halliburton in the switch. Tatum. Brown. Driving. Kicking it out. Smart. Corner 3. No. Tapped in by Daniel Tice. Daniel Tice. Great effort. Here comes Halliburton. Taylor. Batarsday thought about the 3. Can't shoot those. Instead gets it to Hield. Hield. No. Celtics are playing pretty good defense on Buddy Hield. Hield 3. Rims out. Horford the rebound. Gets it quickly into the hands of Jaylen Brown. And Brown is running at the top of your screen. And Halliburton was pulling Tatum. And he got called with the foul. Halliburton says, whoa. Now that would be Halliburton's 4th foul, I believe. And the coaching staff is telling Coach Rick Carlisle, hey, that's 4. Should we review this? Carlisle says no. And he keeps Halliburton in. So if I'm Boston, I'm attacking Tyrese right now. Brown, the crossover. Kicks it out to Tice. And Brown traveled. Yeah, so if I'm Boston, I'm going to attack Tyrese Halliburton. Get him five fouls with 8 minutes. He has 4 fouls with 8 minutes left. He's only missed 1 shot all night. He's the only reason why Indiana's in this game. Halliburton a 3. Oh, my goodness. He hit it. Are you kidding me? Tyrese Halliburton cuts this lead down to 5. He's got 28 points, 6 of 6 from long range. Smart. Driving, kicking, Horford. Corner 3 is good. Nice answer by Al Horford. Here comes Halliburton. Halliburton kicks it. Taylor hands it back to Halliburton. Halliburton's got the hot hand. Pass to Brissett nearly lost it out of bounds. 4 in the shot clock. Brissett's got to do something. He goes to the hoop. He missed. Rebound taken by Marcus Smart. I don't know what he was trying to do there. Smart up ahead to Tatum. Tatum steps into a 3 on the wing. No good. Rebound by Brissett, and they got a foul, and that foul is going to go Indiana's way. They're going to call Horford with it. Horford says, what did I do? Says, you shoved them. Take another look. Tatum spots up 3. No. Yeah, Horford did shove him. Horford's like, it's staying here, right? Nope, no, it ain't. Oh, that was great. Coach Ime Udoka looks on his first year as a head coach. Phenomenal turnaround. Definitely, I'd say top 5 coach of the year candidate. Top 3, maybe even. Batard to the hoop, kicks it, and Jalen Smith slams it down on Tice. Oh, Daniel. I give him credit for contesting. Here's Tatum. Tatum getting harassed by Batard, and finally they call a blocking foul. That was a late call, and that's going to get us, I believe, to a timeout. With 6.5 to go. Look at Smith. 79-73, Boston by 6. 6.5 to go here in the third quarter. We get ourselves a timeout. Let's work on a graphic or two while we're here. Huh? How about that? Jaylen Brown for 3. Jaylen Brown. I was shocked how there were so many opportunities for him to make the All-Star team, like injuries, and all that, replacements, and he didn't make it. And that shocked me. And not only because I'm a Celtic fan, but even though, he's had some tough games, like Celtics have had some tough games, but very unfortunate. I thought Brown should have definitely got it. And then it's like, who would you take out, though? That's what you would think. Like, who would you take out? They barely played Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler barely played. Who else barely played? Fred VanVleet barely played. I didn't think Tatum played all that much either. But JT didn't care. Like, you could see when he was playing. None of those guys really care. It got intense towards the end, but it's like the future is now. Like, as corny as that sounds, like, we saw LaMelo Ball take over in the All-Star game. Saw guys like Tatum, Fred VanVleet, Trae Young, Luka Doncic, Darius Garland. Like, those are all, like, young guys. Like, there's no more seeing Dwight Howard and Dwayne Wade and LeBron and, Kobe and all that. Like, Kevin Durant, even at coming down the stretch of his career. It's crazy to say that. Like, Kevin Durant's been in the league for so long. Even LeBron, like, so long, and they're just playing at such, like, a high elite level. I'm trying to. This is, like, the tough part. I was talking about it a few nights ago in my Raptors live stream. Like, the tough part, because we no longer have a graphic designer, which is fine. And I love making graphics, but it does get stressful at times. It's like homework, but I enjoy this homework. I do. All right, we're back. Jason Tatum at the line. He'll get 2 shots. He hits the first. Jason Tatum, 15 points, 4 of 15 tonight. Struggling from the floor, but from the free throw line, he's now 7 of 8. He just made the second. And, like, the Celtics aren't playing picture perfect right now, at all, like, by any means. I think they're defensively, they're not all, like, there tonight. I mean, and honestly, Tyrese Halliburton Celtics aren't playing awful defense, but Tyrese Halliburton is just hitting every shot. Here Halliburton is with 6 in the shot clock, driving on Horford. Finally missed it, but he got fouled. Oh my gosh. Horford did get him on the arm. Now look at this. Halliburton playing outside with Horford, then taking him in, and then drawing the foul. He's so good, Tyrese Halliburton is. I don't know how. Like, he's not talked about enough, in my opinion. Obviously, like, no MVP conversation, but, like, he's one of the brightest young stars in the league right now. JT. But tonight he's playing better than JT. I'll tell you. I'll give it to him right now. Derek White and Grant Williams check into the game for Boston. Jaylen Brown and Al Horford go to the bench. We're about midway through this third quarter here. The Celtics up 6, 81-75. Smart leaves it down low for Tice. Tice follow-away shot. Front rims it. Long rebound to Batardsday. And into the hands of Halliburton. Here's Halliburton. Gets a screen by Smith. Gets the mismatch he wants. Tice guarding Halliburton by the logo. Halliburton. Corner pass to Brissett. Down low. Batardsday going at Smart. Smart pokes it loose. Here comes Grant Williams with it. Grant into Tatum's hands, and Celtics kind of slow it down. Tatum, pull up 3. Good. JT. Yeah, Jason needed that. Jason clapped his hands like, damn, I needed that. Puts Boston back up by 9. Halliburton. Wants to screen. Batardsday. Oh, nice baseline cut by Smith. And he scores 2. Tice holding his hand up saying, yeah, that's my fault. Jalen Smith. Very nice addition at the trade deadline. Great young center for the Indiana Pacers. Tice handing it off to Tatum. Tatum behind the back. Pass to Smart. Smart a 3. No. Long rebound to Brissett. Healed. To the basket. Oh, rejected from behind by White. Hield gets it back down to Smith. Tice diving on the floor for it. Bounce pass to White. Halliburton runs White over, and they call a foul. Yeah, oh, good hustle. Good hustle by Boston. So a little something about Buddy Hield. 30 years old from Oklahoma. Went to Oklahoma. He's from the Bahamas. He is from the Bahamas. He was drafted in 2016 by the New Orleans Pelicans, who was then later traded to Sacramento, who was then later traded to Indiana. He's the 5th oldest. Or no, what was it? Yeah, he was the 5th. He's the 5th, he's like the 2nd youngest, 5th old, however you want to call it. He's the 5th child of 7. 5th sibling of 7. He has 6 other siblings. Buddy Hield does. Great sharpshooter. He's been linked to Boston since back, even back in his young Pelicans days. Great spot up shooter. Great 3-point shooter. Actually, won the 3-point contest one year. Buddy Hield. So, the Indiana Pacers take a timeout. They're going to review that. Ooh, the Bucks are trailing right now to the Clippers. Clippers have 73 points at halftime. Luke Kennard going off right now. No Paul George. Wish Paul George was playing. I agree. JB not being an all-star this year was criminal. Yeah, that was weird. Not seeing Jaylen Brown as an all-star. Kind of made me raise my eyebrows. Oh, Bobby Portis is doing good too. Oh, that's clutch. Both those guys I have on my fantasy. Jaylen Brown's doing phenomenal tonight. Oh, yes. Yes. Big fantasy night for me. I'm in the championship game right now, but the guy I'm playing is undefeated. But I'm only down 70 points. Yeah, I have to take advantage. Fantasy, I have to take advantage when because he has Kevin Durant. When he doesn't have Kevin Durant playing, I have like my guy. We gotta take advantage of that. I'm 15-5. The guy I'm playing is 20-0. All right, so here we go. Boston up 784-77. And Derek White, so the unsuccessful challenge. That's 5 fouls on Tyrese Halliburton. 84-77. So last time Halliburton went out, Boston went on a little bit of a run. So we'll see how that turns out here. Boston's up 8 right now. Derek White hits the first free throw. Second one is good. So Boston up 9 as Tyrese Halliburton looks on in disbelief, having a career game, but fortunately he has to sit down. Near perfect shooting, free throw shooting from each team. 15 of 15 from Indiana, 21 of 22 for Boston. And that ball goes out of bounds. Smith tried to pass it to Hield, but ball sailed into the first row. Here's Tatum. Tatum, crossover move, gets a screen from Tice, drives on Hield, off the glass, no good. Rebound taken by Brissett. Stevenson, who just checked back into the game. Isaiah Jackson is battling down low. He has a mismatch on Derek White. Lance, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Brissett, a 3 is up, and it's good. Wow, that's a big-time bucket. That gets Indiana's bench off their feet. Tatum, White faking it. White driving, kicking it out. Picked off by Smith. Smith to the basket for 2. Tatum saying, hey, dude, I fouled him. And the ref didn't call it. Brown looks on from the scorer's table. He'll look to check in next whistle. 86-82. Smart in the corner, backing down Buddy Hield. 9 on the shot clock. Turnaround shot is good. That's big. Big time shot from Marcus Smart. Jalen Smith, the 3, top of the key. He can do that. He missed that time. Rebound taken by Tatum. Tatum blows by his defenders to the basket. Jason Tatum with authority. Jalen Smith, are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. Timeout Indiana. Oh my gosh. Oh my Zeus. That was criminal. That was criminal. That's a highlight. That's a highlight. Oh boy. Jason Tatum. Oh my gosh. I want to check here. Let's wake up. Facts, David, for sure. Let's wake up. Let's go. All 5 of Boston's starting 5 is in double figures. Look at this. Screen by Tice. Tatum. In and out dribble to the basket. With authority. Oh, my Zeus. Look at that. Everybody's jaw dropped to the ground when they showed in the replay. JT up to 21 points. Yeah, well, what's going on here? A little clock malfunction, maybe. So Boston up 8, 90-82. Oh, excuse me. With 2.5 to play. All right, we situated. All right, 90-82. Here we go. Here's Lance Stevenson on the drive to the basket. Easy 2. They call a travel on Brown. That's Brown's second travel call today. I didn't even see anything. That's interesting. I didn't see a thing. Under 2 minutes to play here. Uh-oh, Smith to the basket. Eye off the glass, but I don't know who tapped that in. I think they're going to give it to Isaiah Jackson. And right away, Udoka is not happy, and he takes a timeout. All right, well. Oh, let's see. Who's the youngest player on the Celtics? It's actually Aaron Nesmith, 23. Dude, Tatum is so young. He's been in the league for what? 5 years? 5 years he's been in the league? 5 or 6 years, and he's only 24. And Peyton Pritchard's been in the league for 1 year, and he's 24. That just goes to show how young Tate. He was 19 years old. Jaylen Brown as well. He's been in the league since 2016, so go back 6 years. So how old was he? He was 20. Wow. Oh, boy. It's getting late. It's starting to yawn now. Here we go. All right. So Udoka, that was more of a, all right, guys, get your crap together type timeout. Indiana can't really afford to call timeout with still a minute and a half to go here in the third. They only have 2 timeouts left. Tatum off the timeout, a 3, no. You know, this is Boston's perfect time to take advantage. Tyrese Halliburton on the bench. Indiana only have 2 timeouts left. Oh, Buddy Hield. Buddy Buckets. That's what they call him. Ooh. Actually, his nickname, his mom, actually calls him Bud Bundy. And that's for Married with Children. That's a 90s TV show. Oh, Brown the crossover. Nice pass down low to Horford. Ooh, that was sweet. Nice crossover by Brown. All right, here we go. Final 45 seconds here of the third quarter. Boston by 3, 90-89. Here's Hield. Trying to do work. on Derek White. Derek White goes down. Hield stopped his dribble. Hield stopped and turned to the ref before the ref even lifted his arm to call a offensive foul. Great job. Great job by Derek White. Hield tattled himself out, ratted himself out. I don't know why he did that. That was funny. Final 35 seconds. 2-for-1 opportunity here for Boston. Tatum goes right to the basket and scores 2 off the glass. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. So Boston should get the final shot, bearing an offensive rebound. Here's Stevenson directing traffic, guarded by White, passing it up to Anderson. Back to Stevenson. Stevenson crossover move, gets in the paint. Brissett driving and missed. Ball tapped around. Smith for 2. Jalen Smith, right place at the right time. 94-91, Boston by 3. Here's Tatum. 6 seconds left. Tatum draws a double team, kicks it out. White drives, kicks it, corner pocket. Williams, 3, good. Oh, there was a foul. Oh, I don't have volume in my... Oh, damn it. Grant Williams needs that too. I love you, Grant, but you've been having a cold stretch here. So is Boston in the limit? Will they get free throws for that? Oh, they will. Sweet. So White will get 2 at the line. First one is good. And Pritchard checks in. Al Horford goes to the bench. (95-91), 3 seconds left. White has 7 points. All 7 of them have been from the free throw line. He's 7 of 7, 3 assists. Hey, make your free throws. Now that I said that, oh, boy. Oh, yes, sweet. He made it. Boston by 5, 96-91. Final play, Stevenson from half court. Off the glass, in and out, no good. And that's how we end the third quarter. The Boston Celtics have their hands full on the Garden Parquet here on Friday night. They lead it by 5, 96-91. How about them Boston Celtics? They're going to be Boston Celtics. I really don't think there are. This should be a good win for Boston. This should be a solid win for the Celtics. Coming off of a Robert Williams injury, 2 straight losses under your belt. This is a game where, Pacers aren't really playing for anything other than themselves, other than for pride. So, go out there and win. Oh, no. I messed up on a graphic. Ruh-roh. See, that bugs me. When I make these little errors on a graphic, it bugs me. Delete. It's like, instead of putting end of the third quarter, I put halftime. That bugs. That sucks. All right. This is what I have to do. I have to multitask. I have to edit, and then I have to broadcast. But luckily, we're at a break right now, so I can do this. Uh-oh, they're back. They're back. Oh, come on. Just trying to get things ready for this. Remember, guys, Celtics post-game live, moments after the final buzzer. Just give us a few minutes to set up the stream, and then right back here on PSML Celtics, we'll have it covered for Celtics post-game live, me and Seamus and Rob. But right now, we have a fourth quarter to get to where the Boston Celtics lead the Indiana Pacers 96-91, and we open the quarter with a Boston turnover. So a little bit of momentum here for Indiana. My question is, no, Tyrese Halliburton is still on the bench. Is Isaiah Jackson the strong finish for two? No Tatum on the floor for Boston. It's Pritchard, White, Brown, Grant Williams, and Horford. Pritchard, 3. No. Rebound, Brown for 2. Yes. Boston by 5. Celtics have 14 second chance points. Smith, a 3. He can shoot those. Missed. Rebound by Peyton Pritchard. And out comes Boston. Grant Williams thought about stepping into a 3. Pritchard down low to Horford, who has Washington in a switch. Grant Williams on the cut. Nice pass by Horford. And Williams, a nice finish. Boston by 7. Yeah, that's textbook basketball. Cutting and moving the ball. Jackson puts the ball on the floor. No. Tip again. Yes, by Smith. Boston's got to contain Smith. He had a good game against Boston back when he played in Phoenix in the beginning of the season. White behind the back. Kicks it back out. Brown thought about the 3. Instead puts the ball on the floor and gets to the basket for 2. Oh, they call an offensive foul. And Anderson is down holding the back of his head. I don't know why he's holding his head. Brown didn't hit his head. That's interesting. I hope he's okay. He's still on the floor. Brown didn't hit anywhere by his head. He hit his lower body. He did get him with the hook on the lower body, but I don't know why he's complaining about his head, unless when he hit the floor, he hit his head on the court. But other than that, I have no clue what he's complaining about. Oh, Grant gets clipped on a screen. He hits the floor, and that's another offensive foul. Things are getting chippy here in Boston. Yeah, look at this. Jackson. Yeah, he shoves Grant right into Lance Stevenson. I like it. Nice physical play. Horford. Brown. Kicks it. Pritchard, 3. Yes! Peyton Pritchard. Fourth quarter P! 4-3. 103-95. Boston by 8. Lance Stevenson trying to direct traffic. Nobody's listening to him. He kind of shakes his head. Goes at Pritchard. 6 on the shot clock. Smith puts the ball on the floor to the basket for 2. Yes. Pritchard hit the floor. I don't know. Pritchard got hit. Lance Stevenson pressuring White at half court. Grant Williams faking the corner. Dribbling, kicking it out. White, a 3 on the wing. Well off. Whoa. Here's Washington Jr. fall away on the baseline over Grant Williams. That one's good. It's a 4-point game. Brown to the basket. Lost it. Out of bounds. Pacers ball. Lance Stevenson just slapped Brown right on the behind. Just trying to get right into Brown's head. Oh, I hope Brown comes down and oof. Lance Washington Jr. puts the ball on the floor to the basket, off the glass, no good, and they call a foul. What is with these fouls? This is ridiculous. You know, when Brown's driven to the basket all night long, it's getting bumped. They are not calling not one whistle for Jaylen Brown. Huh, that's horrendous. I don't understand. Washington Jr. hits the first. Here's Pritchard. And finally, Tyrese Halliburton fouled out. He dragged down Brown to the ground. Yeah, they got tangled up. And Halliburton fouls out. I don't know if Brown sold that. So Halliburton, 30 points on the night, fouled out. That's a tough foul out there for Indiana. He has 30 of their 101 points. Here's White. 6 in the shot clock. Pull up 3 on Lance Stevenson. Yes, sir. Derek White. Oh, from that guitar, baby. Oh, nice shot by Derek White. That's huge. That was his first points non-free throw. Here goes Washington Jr. driving on Peyton Pritchard. He's scoring 2. Or it's getting to the free throw line for 2. A 4-star recruit is Washington Jr. Nephew of Derek Fisher. Wow, that's a tough foul out by Tyrese Halliburton. He's still in disbelief, scratching his head. I really like these Indiana jerseys. I remember they wore them back in the playoffs when they played the Celtics. They look good. Couple courtside Pacers fans. That has to be family. That has to be family. Horford to Brown on the back cut. Ball tapped out of bounds. Brown, Horford, Pritchard, 9 on the shot clock. Pritchard, Grant Williams puts the ball on the floor, driving to the basket for 2 in the foul. Grant Williams and 1. That's huge. 108-103 Boston. With this, Grant put the ball on the floor, driving, gets bumped. Nice touch off the glass. Pritchard to the bench, gets a nice hand from the crowd. Derek White also to the bench. But he healed back into the game. Justin Anderson to the bench. So some substitutions here for each of the two teams. Marcus Smart checks back in. Who else checked back in? Jason Tatum did as well. So Boston is basically back to their starting lineup. Grant Williams is still out there. Tice is on the bench. Lance surveying the floor, passing it out to Hield. 12 on the shot clock. Hield pass is picked off by Brown into the hands of Grant Williams. Grant Williams! Oh, my Lord! Nearly postered. Jaylen Brown hit the floor. Brown slow to get up. And Grant Williams for 2. Oh, my goodness. And Rick Carlisle wants a timeout. Oh, my goodness, Grant. And Brown is hurt. I think he got hit in the face. Did he hit his head on the floor? What happened? Oh, my goodness, Grant. Oh, my goodness. If Grant had finished that, oh, my Zeus. I would have lost it. That's tough. Imagine if Horford or Grant finished that. This place would have gone absolutely ballistic. Now I'm working on another graphic. Halliburton shot 10 of 11. Oh, that is such a big L. Like it's a big L in terms of losing him. He had one hell of a night. So Smart, coming out of the timeout, Smart is messing with his head. Oh, boy. Did he go out of the game? Or Brown was messing with his head. Brown did go out of the game. Oh, I don't like that. Did Brown hit his head? What happened? Smith to Lance. Derek White checks in, by the way, for Brown. Oh, rejected by Tatum! And Lance showing respect to Tatum. And you see him high-five him. So Tice is in for Horford, and White is in for Jaylen Brown. It's Jalen Smith knocks home a 3. He's got 17 on the night. 111, 106. Back to 5. Here's Tatum. Gets a screen from Tice. Tice rolls. Tatum stays. 3-pointer at the top of the key. Nothing but swish. JT coming up big. Lance. Oh, crosses over Grant. Lance to the basket. Kicks it out. But Tarsdale, a 3. Good. And back and forth we go. Friday night at the TD Garden. Tatum, another three. This time, that one rims out. Thursday on the rebound. Oh, Lance, a three. And it's down to 2 now. Damn, Jaylen Brown really went out. Are you kidding me? Lance bumping White. 114 to 112. 5. Winding down on 5 minutes to go. Here's Tice to White. White. Crossover move. On Badarste. Trying to kick it out. The 6 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Smart. He's going to have to hoist it. Puts it up. No. And rebound by Smith. Oh, boy. Horford looking to check back in next whistle. Jaylen Brown. Ooh, Jaylen Brown returns to the bench. Hopefully he was just shaken up. Stevenson. Smith. Batarste. Takes it. No. Rebound by Smart. Celtics have numbers. Tatum down the floor. Tatum to the basket for 2. JT. That weight room. Boston by 4. 116-112. Batarste down low. Smith. Oh, my goodness. Offensive foul. Going at Smart. Yeah, look at Smart and Smith going at it prior to this. Then Smith. Oh, clearly. Oh, yeah. I would hate to play against Marcus Smart, man. I would hate it. I would so much freaking hate it. All right, here we go. 4 minutes to go. Horford checks back in. Tice to the bench. Here's Tatum. Tatum. Brissett. Grant Williams, corner 3, no good. Rebound by Washington Jr. Uh-oh. Grant is hurt. Grant is hurt. What happened? He rolled his ankle. I'm reading his lips. Something happened. What happened? Let's take a look. Oh, somebody from the bench. Did they put their leg out? Grant's got words to say. Oh my gosh. And they're all checking the monitor. I haven't seen anything like this. At least in a while. Oh my gosh, dude. JB hit the floor now. I hate when we lose players. Like, Grant's fine. It looks like he's shaking it off and Brown's back. But I hate when players get injured against, like, awful teams. I don't think there was anything intentional. I think just the way Grant landed, stepped on somebody's foot and fell. I don't think there was anything intentional at all. But oh. So what did they get to? Did they even get to anything? I don't know what he said. Yeah, Grant's not happy with the call. Okay. Jaylen Brown checks back in. I didn't think there was anything intentional either. I just really haven't seen anything like that before. All right. Stevenson coming off the screen. Little crossover move. Shimmy. No. Ball out of bounds. Going to be Boston ball. Yeah, I don't want more. I don't either. Three and a half to go. Here's Tatum. Tatum directing traffic. Pacers are doing a lot of complaining. Tatum. Brown faking it in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. Brown going inside and the foul and the score. Jaylen Brown. He's gonna be your player spotlight tonight. If you tune in to Celtics postgame live, Marcus Smart is in. Yeah, Smart, Jaylen Brown, Grant Williams, all coming up hobbled up tonight. Hey, they're playing through it. JB, 29 points, 11 of 17 from the field, along with 6 assists. Good. So Brown completes the 3-point play. He now has 30 points. And Boston has extended their lead out to 7, 119 to 112 with 3 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Here's Stevenson. Floater in the lane. No good. Rebound by Al Horford. Tatum slows down the play. And here we go. Tatum gets a screen from Horford. Tatum, down low to Horford, picked off by Brissett. Wild pass. He is healed. To the trailer, Stevenson. Lance. Brissett, back to Lance. Lance wants a screen. Has Horford in the mismatch, and he goes at Horford, and he scores 2. 119-114. Boston by 5 and the lead. And the ball. Celtics are 9 of 16 this quarter. Indiana not too far behind them. They're 8 of 15. Tatum. Draws the double, kicks it. White thought about the 3, instead passes it back to Tatum. Tatum goes at Lance on baseline and is wrapped up. And that will get us to a timeout. Boston by 5. 2 minutes and 7 seconds to go. 119-114. Here we go. I don't want any more Celtics to join Robert Williams in the hospital. Oh, boy. I don't either. Like I said earlier, especially against teams who suck. Like Pacers aren't in the playoffs. Pacers aren't doing anything right now. I'm not all mad about how the Celtics are playing. I mean, they're not playing great, but Pacers always play the Celtics tough. All right, here we go. Final 2 minutes and 7 seconds of the fourth quarter. Tatum's been great in this fourth quarter. Oh, get out of my way, Buddy Hield. For 2. Celtics need this win. They need this win bad. Not bad. I mean, like, the world's not over. But I'm just saying, like, in the sense of, look, you go down Robert Williams. You've lost 2 games in a row. The Indiana Pacers, they're missing a few players to their rotated. No Brogdon, no McConnell, no Warren, no Turner. These guys are eliminated from the playoffs. You're on your home court. Like, go out there. There's no excuse why you should not win this game. You're pretty healthy other than Robert Williams. Like, you're still one of the top teams in the league. Like, go out there and win. Tatum misses the first, makes the second. Boston back out by 6. Stay tuned for Celtics postgame live. After we wrap up this in a few minutes, let us set up the stream and join us right back here on BSML Celtics as Al Horford gets whistled for the foul. So Lance Stevenson will get 2 at the free throw line. Lance Stevenson, a 2010 second-round draft pick by the Indiana Pacers. He's played 3 stints already with the Indiana Pacers. He hasn't played in 2 years. NBA ball, he hasn't played. As you look on and see Miles Turner, I don't know what is he wearing. What is he? Have you ever seen Family Guy? And Death Death isn't only in Family Guy, but it just comes to the top of my head. And Death, he's wearing that like robe. That's what he looks like. I don't know what he's wearing. Horford hands it off to Brown. Brown to the basket. Back to Horford for 2. Al Horford using those young legs to get up there. 122-116. Lance uses a screen, kicks it to Brissett, to Buddy Hield. Hield back to Brissett. Brissett, no hesitation. A wing 3, nothing but swish. Back to 3 it goes. Oh, boy, coming down the stretch. Boston better get this epic dub. Celtics are 10 of 17 right now from the field. Oh, Brown, sweet crossover move, scores 2. That was a sweet move by JB. 32 for Jalen. Lance to the cutting. Oh, Brown. Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. Oh. Nice little swoop back pass. I'm surprised they're not going to look at that. Brown, like, oh my gosh, are they? Oh, they are. Brown Brown did shove him. I was kind of, I can't believe I said that. Oh, they actually look like they ran. Okay, on the replay, it actually just looks like they ran into each other. In live action, it looks like Brown distinctly pushed him out of bounds, but what do I know? Let us check this out. So what are they calling? Are they calling a technical foul? What are they calling? I'm sure it's soft, whatever they call it. So they called a foul. So Brown has 5 fouls. So that's something to watch out for. First one by Brissett at the line is good. That's it down to 4. They are perfect from the free throw line tonight. Oh my gosh, I jinxed him. Sweet. That's their first miss of the line. Brown hit the floor, slow to get up. All right. Tried to focus on graphics at the timeout. We're back here. Under a minute to go. 124 to 120. Boston by 4. White to the basket. 6 in the shot clock. Horford. 3, 2. Tatum to the basket for 2. Oh, nice pass by Horford. And that gets a timeout from Rick Carlisle. 39.8 left. Oh, boy. Oh, my gosh. Oh, that is awesome. Common foul. Thank you, David. I don't have volume in my ears if you're just joining us or if you don't know at all. I can't hear anything. I don't even know why I'm wearing these. Maybe to block any outside noise that might be going on outside. Graphic time. 14:06. So I made this new graphic, and it's actually difficult. It's the box score graphic on the post-game show, and I put everybody's stats in. Looks sick. It looks cool. All right, here we go. Brissett, a 3 is good. Oh, my goodness. That's big time. It's a 3-point game. They don't need to foul here. There's still 33 seconds to go. Oh, please don't turn the ball over. 126 to 123. Boston by 3 in the ball. 10 seconds between the shot clock and game clock. 20 seconds left. White to the basket. Gets the bump and the 2. No foul call. They got to go. Indiana has no timeouts left. 128 to 123. Healed to Brissett. Brissett takes a long 3. No rebound to Horford. And that's going to end it here. 128 to 123 is your final score. I'm Justin Lowe. Thanks for sticking with me. We're going to reset the stream. Give us a few minutes for Celtics postgame live. The Boston Celtics snapped their 2-game losing streak with a 128 to 123 victory over the Indiana Pacers. They improved to 48-30 on the regular season. Catch us live for Celtics postgame live in a few minutes.